Hey gardener, Katie here, gardening in Kansas Zone 6B, and it's been a minute since my last video. I have an undiagnosed medical condition that affects my mouth, and sometimes it's really hard to talk. So I've been dealing with that and not feeling really like talking on camera, but I'm feeling much better and I have been doing things and I wanted to kind of catch you up. So starting down here in the grow room, I have started some new seeds. I got all of my indeterminate tomatoes started. We got a cherry tomato, a slicer, my most favorite tomato ever, the Amana tomato. And I'm gonna try this one this year, this funky green one. I wasn't going to, but then I saw a video from Jess at Roots and Refuge YouTube channel, and she was raving about this one as one of her go-tos, so we're gonna do it. I also got my basil started, Genovese basil for eating, and these two are gonna be for bouquet making. Dark purple, and then this blue spice. I heard it has a vanilla scent. Thought that would be amazing in bouquets. And yesterday I also started some dill for the cucumbers that we will start to make pickles. I guess that's pretty much it for new seeds that I've started. I can show you what is left on the grow shelf, and then we will go outside and I'll show you what I've been up to out there. All right, so there's not much left on the grow shelf, but there is some red romaine lettuce. And these are the dill containers I started yesterday, and this tape refuses to stick. It was an old piece that I tried to reuse, but yeah, whatever. There's some spider plants that I've started. And then there's oregano. And I don't know if you remember one of my videos where I was like, what did I do? Did I switch these? I did. I did in fact switch these. This is absolutely not Bupleurum. It is oregano. There is some lavender. This is the container I just broadcasted some seed, and they are doing fabulous. Back there are some lavender from this container that I put in the little seed packs. They're not even doing as well as the ones that are just winging it over here. So I don't think I can ever have too much lavender. Here I got some thyme and rosemary. Need to get those outside too. Some Dusty Miller, same thing. Need to get those outside. And here's some struggling lettuce and a couple of stock plants. So, okay, something I learned. These are new trays that I got. And if I can get them out of here, I will show you something I never thought I would have to look at. Look at the bottom. Those are not punched out. So I was just trying to bottom water these, bebopping along, and I'm like, they're awfully saggy. So I've been trying to just kind of top water them and keep up on them, but it's just, I don't know, they're struggling. I need to either just start over or get more serious. But way over here is the one lone little columbine seedling that started. The rest of them did not. Operator error, I'm sure, but it's all right. We got one. Over here is the potatoes that we chitted. Those are needing to go out. I'm starting to prepare the tubs. I started yesterday. Oh yeah, real quick. I always nerd out over starting things in water. This is those pothos plants, and I trimmed this one back really far, and I wanted to start some new ones. So I stuck them in this little thing of water. And where is it? See, you can see right here the root is starting to grow. And down here there's a root starting to grow. I don't know why, but I find that just incredibly fascinating. So I'll have a bunch more of those to hang outside once they get going. Or inside, or wherever. Yay. All right, seriously, let's go outside. Are you gonna help us, Beans? What are you doing? Beans is helping. Okay, here's my updates. Look at this garlic, how fabulous it looks. Ignore the bike. Nobody puts anything away. It's rained a few times, and these are loving life. I have fertilized them once. Should have done it more than once, but here we are. Once is enough. Doing really well. These are the Music garlic that we purchased this year. What, Beans? She almost knocked me over. Anyway, so these are new to us. I'm really excited to see how well they do and how well they taste and how well they store. Here is the incredibly broken bed that we've been taking dirt out of to put in the new bed that I'll show you next. And you guys, OMG, look at this peony. If you saw my last video about moving this dirt from this broken bed, you heard the story of this peony that got buried under this bed 8 or 9 years ago when we moved in. Didn't know it was there. Once we figured it out, we tried to smother it out. Clearly it didn't work, so we've decided to let it grow, and we're going to rearrange the bed around it. Last year we let it grow for the first time and it did nothing, but makes sense because it's buried. But look. We have buds. It's going to be some kind of dark pink color. I don't know. Never seen it yet. I've never been excited for something my entire life. Okay, that's an exaggeration, but I'm pretty nerding out over this. Look at these beautiful buds. This plant is a trooper. It is beautiful. Look how healthy it is. It needs a name. Maybe I'll have my kids help me name it. Anyways, I'm in love with it. I can't wait to see what it looks like. And it's a permanent fixture in our garden now. Second broken bed. Still need to clean this one up. And I've got plans for it, but right now I can't remember what it is. Here's the bed with the tulips and a little bit of extra music, garlic. These tulips are done. They were gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I did really horrible at sharing this with you guys, but trust me, they were gorgeous. I will find a picture and show you. But you can see all their little heads have fallen off, and they just need to be pulled out. If you don't know, when you're growing tulips for cut flowers, you don't leave the bulbs in the ground, you pull them all up. This color right here was called Menton, and I mean, it's okay. Wasn't too impressed. It opened up real quick and the color just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I haven't done much of it. I haven't done much with it, but just let it bloom. So those are about to be pulled out as well, and then we'll have this bed for more plants. I think I'm going to have some peppers, onions, can't remember exactly, but got plans for that. This bed, I don't even know if I want to talk about it. This is the asparagus bed. There's a bunch of weeds. And we also discovered that we have a horrible asparagus beetle infestation. Let's see if I can find some. Can you see those little jerks? It's so bright out here I can't even see what I'm looking at, but if you can see them, you can feel my pain. If not, just believe me. They're everywhere. I've had one harvest of asparagus before it got bad, and then like I said, don't even want to talk about it. There's Beans. What do you think, Beans? Want to kill some beetles? Why are you so cute? Oh my goodness. She's the best cat. Just have her. Oh, she's dirty. All right, let's go to the other side and I'll show you what's been going on over there. Oh, Beans. Okay, real quick, the flower beds are ramping up. The hostas are coming in. Irises are coming in. Every single daffodil that we have, see right there, planted in these beds, got zapped this year with a freeze. Literally none of them bloomed. It was so depressing. But I've got some astilbe growing in. Over there is my little hydrangea. Looks a little struggly. That's its year 3, so we should be seeing something from it this year. Another beautiful hosta that comes in white. My bleeding heart plant. God, these are gorgeous. Another astilbe. There's that fern I was telling you about coming in. Heuchera. That is my favorite hosta. I cannot remember what it's called, but I love it. This is a pulmonaria or lungwort. Dumbest name ever, but really cool plant. It's fuzzy. Like I said, hostas. Oh, and then whoa, turn over here to the oak tree bed. Big old oak tree. Finally, my Brunnera grew. This thing has struggled so bad, I thought it was dead. But this year, it's like, I'm back. And it has these beautiful blue flowers. I have an obsession with true blue flowers, which is what led me to grow this. And here he is. All kinds of gorgeous. That plant will get to be about 3 feet by 3 feet. So it's got this whole area to fill in. Back there is some Lamian that is starting to spread like I want it to. Gorgeous. Another heuchera. Those are also known as coral bells. Another hosta. Heuchera, hosta. And over there's another little Brunnera that I thought was dead that came back this year. Super cool. Another hosta around the tree. More hostas that had daffodils coming up in between them, but same thing. Every single one of these daffodils did nothing this year because their poor little blooms got zapped in that freeze. It was awful. No way to protect them though. They're on their own. There's a grass over there that I probably should have trimmed back before it got going, but you know, live and learn. More hostas, and these I just planted recently. Another heuchera. This is a special grass. I can't remember what it's called right now, but I can put a picture up. Another heuchera. And then it repeats those 3 right there. So those will fill in. Before we had lavender here, and I irresponsibly planted it 4 or 5 years ago. Not realizing that when the tree fills in, it doesn't provide enough sun for the lavender. So this year we ripped it out. Oh, and here it is, the poor dead lavender. It was a mess, but it's gone now. So I'm starting all that new lavender to start over. Okay, and then also we've been busy. This area right here was our trellis space. It was like a hooped trellis. It was 11 feet long and about, I think it was 5 or 6 feet wide. We took it down, dismantled it. It was in 3 pieces. There were 2 pieces that you see now that are, 16 feet long and, was it almost 4 foot tall, 4 foot wide, I mean. So we put them on their side like this rather than having a hoop. And there was cardboard down the center of it. I just left it. I'll leave it there as kind of a mulch. But I got some determinate tomatoes planted, and yeah, they're looking a little rough. It's been really rainy, and then it's been dropping down in some cold 35, 36-ish weather, so they're getting established, but get up there. I mean, they look okay. They probably need some fertilizing, and I'm going to come through and hit them with some straw mulch pretty soon. Here in the center part, I'm going to put some flowers to attract some bugs, good bugs. And then there's some more tomatoes. One of these is a golden nugget, which is a cherry tomato, and the other one is a Roma that we will use for paste tomatoes. And this area over here is a mess. Still haven't cleaned it up, but look, you can see those little spiky tall plants are my gladiolas that overwintered and are coming back. And I'm pretty excited, but they are covered in weeds. Need to address that, but there's only so much time in the day. But I have plans for this area in the very, 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 very front. Where's my finger? There we go. Right here along the front, I'm going to plant bush beans, big old row of bush beans. On the back wall, I'm going to plant on this side some banana peppers, and on this side some Brussels sprouts, and then on the back side I'm going to plant on this side cucumbers, and then on this side cantaloupe, and we're going to try and trellis them all along that back and just, you know, see what happens. It'll be kind of an experiment. This is the other piece of that trellis that we laid down on the ground to get out of our way, and then it rained and rained and rained and rained, and then the weeds did this. Yeah, this trellis right here is going to go over here. I'll show you in a minute, but that's where that trellis is going to go up tall, and we're going to have our determinate tomatoes and some pole beans over there. But we just, you know, haven't got there, so it's just, you know, doing this, which is fun. Oh, there's beans. Okay, anyways, back to this bed that I'm super excited about. This bed is my newest addition. Totally nerding out about it. And in this bed we have, along the back, I don't know if you can see this, it's so bright out here I can't see what I'm looking at. There are onions. I started those onion seeds. They're the Elsia, I'm not really sure how to say it, but they're Johnny's seeds. They're looking pretty good. Right there is a few celery plants that we started together. This is kohlrabi, and I've been out here looking daily, make sure there's no cabbage moths because they love everything I plant. So far so good. Next to it is some chamomile, however you say it. 2 of those. I tried to do the interplanting this year. A lot of times I do the monocrop where the whole bed's one thing, like you saw my garlic bed. But I'm kind of starting to do the, you know, the mix and match companion-y thing. See how that works. Anyways, we got lettuce here. This is regular romaine lettuce, the Paris Island, I think it is. And then obviously the red romaine lettuce. Excited about that. Oh, shadow, sorry. Okay, and then this is eggplant. Look at this. Can you see those holes? Every time I've ever planted eggplant, flea beetles just come in and laugh at me and poke holes in it. So hopefully this little guy will make it. I've got one backup if he doesn't, but I'm gonna have to stay on top of that. There's another couple of, oh, these actually, my bad. These are not Elsa. These are the ruby red. Yeah. So I have a little space right here, and then just this back part right here is the ruby red onions. And then this area that looks empty, dang shadow, I planted carrot seeds, and hopefully I didn't bury them too deep with the mulch, but you know, we'll see. If not, we can redo it. But pretty excited about that. New bed, looks pretty good there. Still need to figure out what to do with this hideous ground. Just to catch you up, at one point we had our backyard sloped because we had drainage issues. So they came in here and they basically put like a V through this. So sorry, I got distracted by a wasp. He's scary. Okay, back. It is down to bare clay soil, and we're not really sure what to do with it, but right now the weeds are taking over. Speaking of weeds, I just pulled a whole bunch yesterday, and my legs are killing me. There's piles of weeds everywhere. Okay, this little area right here, I planted statice. So there are, I don't know, I think 15, statice plants. Well, maybe more. I don't know. I can't count. And then in the front here is snapdragons. They are the red snapdragons. I still don't know what to do with the white and apple blossom snapdragons that I started that are still in the greenhouse. I need to figure that out, but we will. Here is the garlic that we planted together, gosh, a long time ago in the fall. These are the cloves, the bulbs that we had saved. So they are a combination of German hardy, no, what were they? Chestnut red and German extra hardy. Yeah, so I mixed them up one year. I don't know what's what anymore, but these are from our own stock. And they're looking okay, but not near as good as the music ones. But this is the area back here where to the right of the gas meter, we will put that 5-foot tall trellis right here and have the indeterminate tomatoes grow up it. And then on the back side, I'm gonna plant pole beans, and then they'll just kind of all be together. This area, oh, back here, there's a little bit more garlic. Ah, shade. There's a little bit more garlic there. This is from our stock too. And this is our little daffodil patch that, you know, clearly is done. That was fun. And again, I apologize, I didn't do very good at sharing it when it was in its glory. But see, they're all done. I need to just trim them back, and you can't just cut them down to the ground. You gotta let them soak up all the sun until they start browning back, because it's feeding the bulb. You can see there in the back, the latest to bloom Delna Shaw is still going ish. I mean, if you get up real close, they look pretty bad because they were splashed with dirt. But my plan is for this area to plant 2 or maybe 3 pumpkin, that cheese something pumpkin. I assume that's gonna work. I don't know, it'll be an experiment. I kind of thought that it could grow and kind of shield the daffodil foliage, and hopefully we get some pumpkins out of it, but we shall see. Oh yeah, and then down here, these little things that look like weeds, those are my anemones and ranunculus. So this little area, I don't know what, like 2-3 feet next to the daffodils is the ranunculus. They're looking pretty dang good. Of course, like I said, it rained a lot, so they're like kind of dirty. Look at that. I should probably mulch those. Oh, somebody just coughed. Okay. Anyways, super excited about those. Ranunculus is like, oh, those are so dirty. Oh, sorry, little guys. Ranunculus is like one of my top favorite 5 flowers. If you've seen them, you know what I'm talking about. They're absolutely gorgeous. Weeds. Look at this. Weeds. 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 Again, this was all just bare clay soil, and the weeds have taken over. This is a mess. We need to get in here and weed eat, but I need to get this trellis out of the way first. But anyways, I started working on this bed. This is Eryngium. These are super dang cool. Let me try and find a picture and put up there so you can see if you don't know what they are. And then under here, what is that? Anyways, this is my yarrow coming up, and there's a better view of the other yarrow over there. A rudbeckia. This is the lavender coming back. I planted some stock in here, which honestly was probably too late. They like cool weather, so I don't know. We'll see how they do. But I got this mulched. And then over here, this is, nigella. There's nigella coming up. Oh, and we tried, look at this. We've attempted to kill this stump with the stump killer. You gotta drill a hole, put the stuff in there. Because see, this is what it does. This is this maple tree not giving up. We will win someday, even if we have to call someone, but I have some serious weeding to do. Let's take a look at what's in the greenhouse, and that'll be it. Whew, it's hot in here. Okay. Got Lisianthus. I planted a whole lot more than that, but that's all that survived me this year. What is this? Little gem lettuce. I need to find a spot for arugula. I'm pretty sure it's already trying to bolt because I've neglected it. Here's more anemones that I need to find a home for. Is this my artichoke? Oh, these are the Brussels sprouts. Those are gonna go on that new trellis space. There's a couple of larkspur that I need to get in the ground. Here's my little backup kohlrabi, and this is the backup eggplant, which looks much better than the other one. These are leeks that I need to find a spot for. Cauliflower and broccoli that are gonna go in the ground garden over there by the trellis. Here's some extra ruby red onions that are gonna go over there by the driveway. There's the white snapdragons. Here's the apple blossom snapdragons. They look absolutely horrible. Here's the rest of the chamomile that I had just kind of broadcasted in here. And a little flower growing. Need to find a home for those. This over here is cress. It looks horrendous. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Might just try again next year. Over here is my peppers. This is bell peppers. Oh, what are they? Oh, these are the big guy jalapeno peppers, which make, oh, these the banana peppers. Oh, they're not labeled, but it's gotta be the banana peppers. And then here are dahlias that I started from seed. I'm super nerding out about. If you know anything about dahlias and you start them from seeds, you have zero clue what they're gonna look like. So I've got about, what is that? 10 mystery dahlias. So that's gonna be fun. I think that's it. Whew. And again, if I haven't mentioned it, fake wasp nest, get one. Since I forgot to mention it, this is the ground garden area next to the trellis. This is where the broccoli and cauliflower are gonna go. I just need to clean up the leaves and the weeds and get them planted. Okay, a little quick and rambly, but wanted to give you an update since I kind of, I don't know, disappeared. And I wanted to take you along for every single part of that, especially planting that new bed since I was so excited about it. But like I said, it was just too painful to talk and, you know, it's kind of hating the world. So I just did it without filming it. Looking back, I could have filmed it and not talked and then talked about it later, but whatever, I'm learning. So, okay, I'm hot. I'm gonna be done and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.